Almost got lost. You just said it. Okay, Luke 6:37 through 42. Do not judge, and you will not be judged. Do not condemn, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, will be put into your lap. For the measure you give will be the measure you get back. Jesus went on and told them a parable. Can a blind person guide a blind person? Will not both fall into a pit? A disciple is not above the teacher, but everyone who is fully qualified will be like the teacher. Why do you see a speck in your neighbor's eye, but do not notice the log in your own eye? Or how can you say to your neighbor, friend, let me take out the speck in your eye, when you yourself do not see the log in your own eye? You hypocrite! First, take the log out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to take the speck out of your neighbor's eye. I'm going to leave the second half of that alone. I think Keith dealt with that really, really, really well in the devotional. If you haven't read it, go back and read it. There are 2 copies back there, and it did get emailed, but he does such a good job with that, so I'm not even going to touch it. It would be ridiculous. In fact, there's a sense where I probably shouldn't touch the first half, but I'm going to anyway. Sorry, Keith. In my living room at home, I have a pile of papers. You know that junk mail that's always coming? And I end up putting it in the junk pile. And then there's other stuff that ends up there that needs to be shredded. So I have in the corner, I have this box, and it's kind of overflowing right now because I haven't gotten to it. And next to it is my paper shredder. And, you know, it's a bit of a mess, but it sits there and it waits. Partly because I know when I clean out that paper shredder, as soon as I lift the top off of that stupid thing, it's going to go absolutely everywhere. I can shred, and I can shred, and I can shred, and I'll even shake the container so that it's all pressed down a little bit more, and it's full. I'll even, you know how it'll stop running because it's pushing the shred part thingy up. I'll hold the shredder thingy down so that I don't have to clean it out. I'll go as far as I can possibly go with that stupid thing until I have to take it off and try to clean it, pour it out without making a mess. In fact, I've been helping a friend of mine go through her mother's stuff, and she asked me the other day, goes, can you clean out the paper shredder? And I said, you know I'm going to make a mess because it's proverbial. I'm going to take that bin and I'm going to pull it out, or I'm going to take off the top, and there's going to be shreds absolutely everywhere for me. It's just the way it goes. This text is really about karma. And I don't mean karma with a C. I mean karma with a K, who everybody talks about being a royal witch, and that's not how they put it. You know, that thing that if you put it out there, it's coming back to you, and it's usually coming back to you the way you dished it. This is a reminder of that text. You put it out in the world, guess what? It's coming back. So if you're having a bad time and you just keep pouring it on, and out of your frustration and your anger, you're dishing it, it's going to come back at us. But if we offer out the blessings and the love and the good stuff, it's going to come back too. So there's really a sense with this passage where you have a choice of what you want to get back from life. I liked Keith's description, but I also like this idea of shredded paper. This bag is pretty darn full. And you know what? I sat there this morning and I push it down and I squish it and I try to make it really full. And then I'd close it to make sure I could. And then I'd reopen it, squash some more in there. And you know what happens if I accidentally pop the bag? Or if in my brilliant wisdom I decide I'm going to show you what happens when you take something that's pressed down, shake it up, and it goes. Don't worry, I'll clean it up. But that's what happens. All of that stuff just flows and it overflows and it becomes a huge pile of hopefully blessings. What's in your bag? Blessings or garbage? What's coming back to you when you open it and shake it? Are you going to be standing in a pile of crap or showered in blessings?